What's up? How's it going? What's up? Welcome. It's kind of live in the morning, right? Something like that. It's kind of live in the morning. Nah, I was never in a drum line. Only independently drummed. Yeah, time is... We don't really worry about that stuff here. We wait until later on. When we're so exhausted and we shouldn't have been up all night, but we were anyway. I've been there. Done that. You love the drums? I love the drums too. What is this? Nope. Don't know. Brit wannabe. Brit wannabe what? Good to see you. What's up, duty? Been a while. Hello, Joe. You like that? Just want to go to space. I was going to put my face over the porthole, but I like the porthole. I'm a big, big fan of the porthole. I like portholes. I don't know. I was like, dude, it would look so cool if you just put your face over the porthole. But then I started just wigging out. Like, I like the porthole. I got to be able to see, you know, I got to be able to see out the porthole, or I'm going to get claustrophobic. You cannot plug the porthole up. I mean, I guess you could. Why would you want to? I could show you what it's like. Here, let me just show you really quick. It's like, it's perfect. Like it's, you know, circles are circles and stuff. But like, I like the porthole. I like the porthole a lot. Hell no, I wouldn't go into space. Never. Not a chance. Oh my God. First of all, a rocket, putting me on a rocket is just a bad idea. Lulu, 15 months. Thank you. It's a porthole, not a portal. It's a porthole. Like it's a hole of port. It's not going to take me anywhere. You know what I mean? It's not like it's going to thrust me into a different atmosphere. I'm just saying. And it looks round, by the way. The Earth looks round from my porthole. I'm in space. I know that. You don't have to tell me. Crazy nurse is done. You don't have to tell me that you're in space most of the time. I see you. I've seen you. We've played GeoGuessr. You've been here. I know you like you know me. And you're a space cadet. That's all right. So am I. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy your company. Hey, everybody, the space lady's in space most of the time. Oh, no, the grizzly bear is grazing where grizzly bears graze. I mean, come on. Duh. It's like somebody that's in jail, and I'm looking at them while they're in jail, and they go, you know, I'm in jail right now. And I go, yeah, no shit. Is that where it is? All right. Great. I got it. I don't know if they graze or not. I don't know. I would assume that everything grazes. Humans graze, don't they? Now I got to look up, just because I said something, I'm getting fact checked in real time. Do grizzly bears graze? Yes, grizzly bears graze on grass, especially in the spring. Damn it. Feel better? So the answer to your question is, yeah, grizzly bears graze. No, they don't just graze on, so they graze on grass. They graze on all kinds of stuff. Bears don't just eat salmon. Sometimes salmon's not always readily available. That's kind of the whole point of being a wild animal, is that some salmon is a seasonal thing, right? They don't just get to eat salmon constantly. So sometimes they have to eat mussels, and then sometimes they have to eat other stuff. Grass, apparently. But yeah, they'll eat mussels, they'll eat berries, but they prefer salmon. Salmon is their preferred num-nums, you know. That's what they prefer to eat. But yes, they do. Even when they hibernate, they still are waiting for fish to, like, the salmon have to like swim upstream and stuff. It doesn't just happen right away. I don't think. I mean, maybe it does happen right away. I don't know. I don't know anything about fish, dude. I don't know anything about fish. I don't know anything about bears. I thought I did, but I don't. I thought they only ate honey. No. That I do know. That I do know. They don't just eat honey, and they don't just graze. They do a little bit of everything, right? But the fish aren't always readily available. All right. I know that they pre-order their Uber Eats. This chat's unbelievable. I told you, every chance they get, I say something, and it's just, really? Are you sure? Does that really happen? They eat blonde guys. Lucky for me. Lucky for me, I'm not blonde. They pre-order their Uber Eats way in advance. Yeah, they schedule it for spring. When they get ready to go to bed, you know that, like, when they go and hibernate, that they actually have to trek, you know, a long, long way to get there. It's not like they wake up in wherever they're hibernating at and like, oh, hey, look, there's fish everywhere. That's not how it works. Trust me, I'm a bear expert. I watched a documentary one time. It was 37 minutes long, and it was awesome. Did anything cool happen today? Probably not. So I was supposed to scheduled tomorrow is the live with Dr. Gary. So make sure it's scheduled already. So if you want, make sure. You ever seen one caught on video coming out of their den looking like a 5-cent crackhead? I mean, anything that sleeps for, like, have you ever slept an ungodly amount of time? And when I say an ungodly amount of time, I mean anything over 8 hours straight. If you sleep 8 hours straight in a row, like straight up 8 hours, all right, and you get out of bed, you look insane. If you sleep 10 hours, it's crazy. Anything over 10 hours, and you could be legally pronounced dead just by looking at somebody. I mean, their legs asleep, so they're dragging it, and then their hands are all gnarled up from sleeping with they're like their eyes don't quite open like a little baby. Your gums are stuck to your teeth, so you don't look, you can't talk very well, and you know, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give anything that what do they sleep 5-6 months? I'm gonna give them some grace, okay? Seriously, have you ever seen somebody sleep 12 hours? Like they're like, oh man, you know, Johnny's been asleep for. Sarah Boone also, didn't she zip her boyfriend up in a, say it was self-defense? I mean, I don't know how that works. Yeah. I know, but I have seen people that have slept for like 12 hours straight before, even more probably. I don't know. Linda loves a good 12-hour stretch of sleep. I know she does. I don't know if I've slept. I don't know if I've slept more than 4 or 5 hours in a row for quite some time. I can't even tell you when. It's been a long time though. Do they stay awake the months they're out hunting? No, they sleep. They still sleep. Like at night, it's not a. I mean, you have to rest. They hibernate because I don't know. It's kind of cool that they hibernate though. But I'm not here to talk about bears, am I? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the worst sleeper ever, but I sleep. Speaking of sleeping, it's been great. Good show, guys. Thanks for being here. You know what I was looking at though was I am curious. Got this hurricane. They're saying it's like going to be crazy. Even worse than the last one. Is that true? Jeez. Hold on. Yeah. Doesn't. Let me see. So this thing's just like barreling towards Tampa, Fort Myer. What is the name? Milton? It's a terrible name. Terrible name. When's it supposed to make landfall? I hope a lot of people were able to get out of the way. Golly, look at that thing. Hey, I want to make it a circle again. Well, it's gone now. No more sleeping. Damn. They were talking about the eye of the hurricane, how it was like, it was just a really small, tight. So landfall's about what? Damn. I've heard. I don't know. I didn't know if I heard it was the strongest ever, and you're probably right. I heard that it was the strongest one that they've ever recorded, or it's the strongest one of the year, or something. I don't know, but I mean, if it hits at a category 3, I mean these things are. Yeah, well, that's a great idea. It's just, I mean. I don't know. We have earthquakes, We have a lot of earthquakes, but golly, man, like look at this thing. If it hits Tampa at 125 miles an hour and Fort Myer and everything else that's in between there, I mean, it's gonna take is it your uncle or your grandpa? Grandpa, that's my grandpa's name and my uncle's. So you have your brother or your dad and his brother had the same name? Because I don't know. It's just how it is, dude. Haters. You tell me. I mean, it's just such a risk. Yeah, dude, haters. Just not liking my stream. Governor says it's going to hit a cap for... That's crazy, dude. I mean, it says it's slowing down a little bit, but it doesn't look, it's going to be bad. There's just no doubt about that. And especially people that live right on that coast, Tampa. I mean, it's just going to go right through the middle of that state. Just got done with one. Is there a lot of people going to stay? I hate when they do that, but thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. I wonder if does anybody know if Geraldo is going out there?
Weather through parts of...
No. Let's see, hurricane tracker. I would hate any kind of hurricane. I've never been in a hurricane. I have been in like hurricane winds before. But, and I don't, and the thing is too, I always get so confused because I don't know. They always say, I don't know anything about global warming. All I know is that people say it's a problem. And, I'm not here to dispute that or argue for it, argue against it. All I know is that like they always say things are getting stronger or whatever. And that could be true. I have no idea. But like, then I'll read about like the hurricane of like 1809 or something. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. For some reason, it does seem like it's getting worse, but I don't know. I heard a bunch of people today talking about how the government like makes hurricanes. I couldn't listen very long. I tried. I really did. I tried to listen. I was like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of people that think that. I don't know why. I've always kind of wondered that. But yeah, people will say, oh yeah, this is man-made or whatever. I'm like, I don't know about that. I hope not. Yeah, I know what cloud seeding is. Cloud seeding is not making a hurricane, though. That's not what that is. I know about the HAARP system. I know about cloud seeding. I know about all of that. I agree. I think it would be the warming of the sea. Nah. Yeah, I don't know. And cloud seeding doesn't, it's funny because cloud seeding doesn't always, but they do, like, there are other countries that make rain when there is no rain. Like, but you have to have like the clouds and Josh, did you know they controlled the weather for the Olympics in China? And I think in 2008, I don't know. No, I didn't know that. I had no idea. We lived in New Orleans during Katrina. Katrina was one of the craziest. I remember probably in like second or third grade when we were watching something about, weather patterns and stuff, and the hurricanes that they talked about. They would always talk about New Orleans being a sitting duck, and they would say that New Orleans was built below sea level. And that if any of the levees were compromised, that it would be like pouring, water into a bowl, basically. And if a certain level of whatever hit, I don't remember what, I'm sure it was top notch of the categories, but yeah, it was one of the worst. I remember watching it on TV and being very far away from it and going, it's an absolute nightmare. And it is, and it was, and it forever will be. Let's see. The Beijing Weather Modification Office, former part of Chinese, believed to be the world's largest. Yeah. I totally get it. I understand. I know about cloud seeding. I know about HAARP. I know about all that kind of stuff. But like, I mean, are there people watching this right now thinking that this is man-made, like this is on purpose? Yeah, it was below sea level. Because I just don't believe that ever. I don't believe that this is like a man-made conspiracy. I don't. I don't know. I just like, what would be the point? What would be, does he? Good, great. Nah, I just don't believe it. I don't want to ask Trump. There would have to be. Can you imagine a conspiracy of that level, though? That's a lot. Like I get it. You want to talk about JFK. You want to talk about the Twin Towers. Was the moon landing faked? I would talk about that. That one just seems a little out there to me. Yeah, exactly. Like, so who's going to clean up the mess? The government? Now I get it. And then here's the thing. Any argument that I have against anybody, they'll come back with, well, FEMA doesn't have any money. Well, I don't know about that. Does FEMA have any money? I don't know. Somebody says they do. Somebody says they don't. Somebody says they're blocking funds. Somebody says they're not blocking funds. Some say that, you know, the water's on the way. Some people say the water's not on the way. So that's what I'm saying. So if our government is actively doing things like this and then having to pay for it, but then there'll be people that say, well, the government didn't pay for it. Well, I mean, there's some funding that's going to go into this. Obviously, there's going to have to be. I don't think the government makes hurricanes. I'm just saying. I don't feel that way. So, but, I mean, that would be just hurricanes been around a long time. I don't know if they're controlling hurricanes. If they could, like, I've seen planes like fly into the middle of hurricanes before. But who, me? I really don't have any. Would you believe they'd test nukes on the same planet they live on? Yeah, I would. Yes. I believe that they do that. I mean, radiation and bombs aren't new. I mean, you can do that, but I'm a lot of things. Naive is not one of them. Why, little text, why am I naive? Because I don't believe that the government makes hurricanes. That makes me naive. Then color me naive then. They test them all over the place. I mean, they would test them at a place called Yucca Flats. They would test them in the middle of the desert. You know, they would test them. They test them all over the place. Why are you asking me? I don't work there. I don't know. So what? The government holds the patent for HAARP. I mean, I get it, but I don't know if that, like, I don't think that makes me naive. I mean, I actually know a little bit. I say a little bit. I know a little bit about HAARP, but it's just like a frequency thing. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand how you think that controls the weather. If you can explain to me how HAARP controls the weather, I'd be willing to listen. But I've heard people talk about it before, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's just a high frequency active aurora research program. That's all it stands for. That's all it does. All they do is work with high frequencies. It's not a weather module. Yeah, they absolutely do test. No question about it. They test nukes, but I'm just saying that I don't understand. There's a video of the government talking about using the weather as a weapon. They control it. I don't know, man. Los Alamos. Los Alamos is a nuclear, or Los Alamos is not a nuclear, but it's a research facility, right? I'm just saying, you if you say something to me like, hey, Josh, there's a video. Well, there's a video for a lot of stuff. Yeah. Bob Lazar used to work at Los Alamos. There's a video for a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't, unless you have actual tangible evidence, I do not believe HAARP in any way, shape, or form controls anything. The weather. It's a frequency testing situation. That's all I know about HAARP. Now I know there are people that think it controls the weather, but I don't believe that. I kind of feel like that too, but they think that, like, oh no, chemtrails. You want me to talk about chemtrails? Chemtrails are what people believe are put into airplanes. It's like you see them in the sky. It's like the exhaust from a jet. And they think that it's like poison or whatever, that whoever it is just trying to poison the world or something. It's like it's like a mind control thing. I don't freaking know. I'm not 100% sure on. I know what chemtrail. I know the conspiracy of them, but I don't exactly know what they're supposed to do. Yeah, but cloud seeding is not controlling the weather. That's not what that is. Cloud seeding is like precipitation, I believe. I think that that's what it is that they're trying to increase the precipitation into the clouds. But that doesn't start hurricanes, as far as I know. If it does, I'll apologize. What happened to Little Texas? Little Texas left after calling me naive. You imagine that? Calling somebody naive and then just bouncing out? Where'd you go, Little Texas? Come on. You can't just call me naive and leave. I guess you can, but yeah, the windmills, dumping fuel. All right, I'm done talking about this. It's over it. Done with it. Over it. I can't even talk about a hurricane. Ugh. I should probably start coming on earlier. See, nothing like shit like this doesn't start if I'm playing GeoGuessr. Like, I should just stick to GeoGuessr. That's what I should do. Chemtrails. Chemtrails, HAARP, Y2K, pardon me, soup. All that crap. The Mayan calendar, 2012. You know, it's like... And the problem with all these conspiracies is it takes away from like actual real conspiracies, because there are actual real conspiracies. Like, I believe that JFK was assassinated by not just Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, I don't know the story completely. I don't know what that is. What is Elon's space car? Oh, Chemtrail. Yeah. I went to school with Chemtrail in 5th grade. We went to Marshall Elementary School together. Yep. I remember her mother, Mrs. Trail and Mr. Trail. They were fine people. They'd bring cupcakes every 3 or 4 weeks. Chemtrail. I remember. Now it all makes sense now. I thought you were talking about this stupid shit that we were talking about that shoots out of the back of an airplane. I thought that's what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about actual Kim from grade school? Well, duh, I remember her. Parents had awesome cupcakes, I'll tell you. I will. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the truth. But I do think that Lee Harvey Oswald was the one that killed. That was actually the one that killed him. I don't know. I hope not. The question is, are birds real? And I'm going to answer this question in a positive way. I hope not. Because I don't like birds. I don't think they're pretty. I don't think they're nice. I don't care about them. I don't find the beauty in them. I don't find them fascinating. I find them to be a pain in the ass. I've been shit on by seagulls probably 30, 40 times in my life. And, yeah, I don't know. I've been bitten by what was told was a bird. I don't know if what is it? A pelican? No, I didn't get bit by a pelican. I got bit by a parrot, not a pelican. I got bit by a parrot. I got bit by a regular bird. I've been attacked by a turkey, which is a form of a bird. I don't like them. So I don't know. I hope not. I hope that birds aren't real. I swear to God. Because I hate them. I don't like anything about them. They're disgusting. And they spread diseases. And for some reason, they can't get rabies. Birds aren't what they're all quacked up to be. That's true. I hate birds so much. They're the worst. Lee Harvey Oswald said before he was shot that he was a patsy for the CIA. Well, yeah, but he could have been doing their work, right? I mean, that's what I was thinking. Look up Operation Popeye. Oh, well, let me look up Operation Betty Boo first. I don't want to look up any operations. I don't believe it. I like it. If it's a YouTube video, I don't want to watch it. If somebody made a YouTube video about it, I don't want to watch it. Have I ever been attacked by a pair of mandals? Yes, I have. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know any. I don't care. I don't care about it. Operation Popeye? Hey. I'm not answering any more of these questions. I can't do it. Look up Operation Popeye. Operation Popeye. Have you ever seen a yellow blackbird? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have never in my life. Operation Popeye, Operation Betty Boo, Operation, you know. Hey, Josh, we just had Helene go over my hometown. Did you see our coastline? 90% of the homes are gone. My friend rode out Helene in a big metal building. Looks like a bomb was dropped on the coast. I understand. That's terrible. I'm sorry about that. Nope. Nah, I'm not going to look up Operation Deadpool either. HAARP doesn't do it. They're just messing with frequencies. I mean, people think because something's messing with a frequency, they think that in turn is a weather machine. And I just don't believe that. I wish I did. I wish I could get into more of these conspiracies, but it's just they're so wacky, you know. They don't make any. Let's talk about something at least remotely interesting. You want me to tell? I'll tell you my problem. This is why I don't like weather stuff. I'll tell you why. Here's why I don't like the weather stuff. Because the problem is with all things weather. The hell? The problem isn't like the predicting of the weather. They can't even predict if it's going to be rainy or sunny. And then if you do predict it and then they throw that 90% chance on there, I hate that so much. It's like, oh, it's a 90% chance of rain. So everybody's like, it's going to rain. Like 90% chance of rain means it's going to rain, right? When it doesn't rain, then they say, well, we gave it a 10% chance. I mean, that's bull crap. That's bull. All right. So they can't even predict the weather and you're telling me that they can control it? Get out of my face. I'm not listening to it. Alfred Hitchcock, right? I know there's so many people that are going, this fat ass doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what is he talking about? What is he talking about? He thinks he knows everything. He's naive. Yeah, I'm naive. I don't think anybody's ever called me that before. they can't tell the Florida coast where the hurricane is going to hit. Yeah, they just think that they stupid. I wish that but there's no tangible evidence. There's no proof. And it's just like, go watch this video. And I don't want to watch a video. Watching a video to me is not proof of anything. Is that what is like considered proof? A video? I could make a video about anything. Doesn't mean it's true. Don't trust the government. Okay, well, I don't. I don't know. Maybe I am naive. I can't watch like conspiracy videos. I had friends that like fell into that. I can't even remember what that one's called. See, I live in Michigan, and our weather is always, of course it is. It's terrible. Poor Sarasota. It's my go-to birthday getaway. Oh, wow. Yeah, but the higher ups though, you know, like the weather people, they only make the weather bad. They don't tell people. Because, you know, it makes a lot of sense to warn people, you know, 17 days in advance or whatever. It's been 5 days in advance. Hey, there's a really bad hurricane on the way. Pack up your shit and go. No, we'll stay. Okay, fair enough. That doesn't really make any sense either, right? If they're controlling hurricanes, why don't they, like, where are the spontaneous ones? They don't have spontaneous hurricanes. They have earthquakes. I could see somebody saying, yeah, they control earthquakes. Well, that would make sense because that's like an instant thing. Nobody can prepare for an earthquake. You know, what are they controlling? Hurricane or tornadoes? I don't think so. But I could be naive. About what? What do you want me to? You want me to research hurricanes? All I know is that while we are conspiracy laden with things, that one thing that is for certain is that there are actual people in the way of a hurricane. Tornadoes too. That's good. (2021) U.S. patent weather modifying. Yeah, it's just there's so much more to weather than you've researched. I've done no research ever. I have never once been like, you know what? I need to find out what's going on with weather. Research what? You know what? I'm going to research weather today. I've never thought that was something. Okay. Let me ask this, Texan. With all the research that you have done, how has it made your life more simple? How has it made it like to where you're positive that the government controls the weather and you know it for a fact? How does that change your life? Do you have the drop on something that we don't? Because the you know for a fact, because you've researched it on, I'm guessing your source is YouTube. That's just what I'm thinking here. So not only are you convinced, you know for a fact, and I'm naive because I don't know it. You know, I bring up subjects that I haven't researched because there's a hurricane headed for Tampa right through the middle of Florida. That's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up. I didn't bring it up to say, but I can tell you for 100% fact, Lil Texan, that you're wrong. And you're naive. Because if I'm naive, you are too. I'm telling you. There's no truth to what you're saying. Wherever your research is from, it can't be from the top. And I guarantee you that everything that you read about it is on YouTube, or every video that you've ever watched about chemtrails. And you get the same information everybody does. You can find a conspiracy about anything and everything: lightning, flash floods, famine, whatever it is that you want it to be. But I can guarantee you that you don't have the answers. That's not the truth. You think that's the truth? Yes, and why you get embarrassed for others who may possibly know something you don't know and are not willing to listen. Not willing to listen to hear them out. I'm listening. It's just the only list. What are you talking about? Up, down, integrity. All they're talking about is saying, do your research. That's not hearing anybody out. It's just not hearing anybody out. So I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay. Probably. Yeah, I shouldn't have brought up a hurricane. I don't know what else to bring up. I just have to start like pre-recording lives or something. I don't know. Look at my hair. It's like a mess. Well, that went well. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk politics. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. What time is it? It's time for bed. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. I'm out of here. Good night. Thanks for being here.